Hi, my name is Crystal, and you're watching the Deslob Student. I'm going to share some old footage with you. A video journal that I made several years ago. It was basically the last time I was using these storage units. I rented one for a short while with the intentions of either moving out of my husband's house or at least helping me get motivated to declutter some of my items. I thought that keeping the items in my husband's house in the cluttered dining room I wasn't doing anything with the items. I was just pushing them in a corner, and I felt like I had no space and no time to myself to go through the items. So by putting them in a storage unit secretly, it gave me an opportunity to go spend some time by myself in the storage unit and organize things and decide if I'm keeping things or decide if I'm donating things or throwing things away. And there was also this underlying desire for me to move out someday, and I couldn't afford it, couldn't wrap my head around it, couldn't get the guts to even consider it. But I'm going to see if I can find the old footage, and I'll add it here from a few years ago where I talk about putting things in a storage unit secretly. I never told my husband I used a storage unit, never told him I was even doing this before or after work. I just went and did it, and it got to be too expensive for me to continue, so I ended up moving it all back into the house and cluttering up the dining room all over again. We'll see what footage I can find, because I know I did a video journal about it. I might have even done more than one. All right, that's all I wanted to share with you, is just some thoughts about what I was going through a few years ago, because it'd be really interesting to share that now. And maybe I'll come back and I'll talk about my thoughts about what I was thinking then versus what I think now and what I've learned, or maybe just some aha moments, or I'm just going to share my thoughts maybe afterwards, after I find the footage. All right, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Well, good morning. I guess there's good news and bad news. The good news is my car no longer beeps while I first start driving in the morning. Never mind, I totally made that up. I swear, it didn't do that. The last couple of days, as soon as I said it, it did it. That's hilarious. Okay, so never mind. No good news or bad news. It does it still. I was going to say the bad news is that it doesn't warn me to put my seatbelt on, which is not good, because that's usually the only thing that makes me put my seatbelt on. As you can see, I'm leaving the storage facility. You may be asking, why? Why are you in a storage facility? What's going on? Today is December 4th, 2017. I think it's Kira's birthday, actually. Anyway, Kira, my friend, my best friend, was so kind and generous. She loaned me her storage unit. And I put all my stuff in her storage unit. And I haven't told my husband yet, because I really don't want to admit to him how much stuff I really have, even though he's been living with it for the last 12 years. It's not like I've been hiding my stuff. But now that it's all cleaned up, he never asked me where I put it all. Well, honey, it's in Kira's storage locker. And I haven't had to pay anything to borrow her storage locker. So I need to get it out before the end of January. Here's my goal. My goal is to spend as much time in the mornings before work and as much time in the evenings after work sorting through my stuff. I've got all kinds of stuff. I've got school supplies. I've got art supplies. I've got stickers. I guess that's an art supply. I've got papers the kids drew on. I've got important papers and not so important papers. I've got memories and photos and business cards and magazine clippings and envelopes and cardstock and more cardstock and pattern paper and stamps and inks and markers and pens and pencils, and I could go on. I just have lots of stuff. Now, when I borrowed the storage unit from my friend Kira, it was my intention to get rid of everything and only keep the actual stuff that I could use, right? That I know I will use, that I know I will go through, and not just, oh, I should someday, but the actual stuff I know I will use. And I realized that the only reason why I'm not into my crafts is because I haven't been able to get to it. The reason why I haven't been able to get to it is because I don't have any place to store it other than a bin. And I don't like storing it in a bin because I can't get to it. So I feel like I'm not into my crafts anymore because I'm not doing them. So I wonder if I really want to get rid of them or if I just need to find a better way to store everything. So I tried talking to my husband about this the other day, and he was helpful and gave some pointers, but I still don't know what I want. I still don't know how I want to organize it. I still don't know how I want to display it. I still don't know what's the best solution. I still don't know anything. So the goal right now is to just get through it. Get through my stuff, dwindle it down. Maybe it'll make it easier. If I spend a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes every evening, every day, 5 days a week, for the next 4 weeks, I should really be onto something. And it's not overwhelming. And I'm not getting too tired, and I'm not getting too burnt out on it. My therapist told me on Friday that I need to stop focusing on my relationship. It's not healthy for me, obviously. I need to be focusing on other things. And focusing on my clutter usually overwhelms me and frustrates me and puts me in an anxiety mode, and I don't like thinking about that either. However, I have a game plan. I have a place where all my stuff is nice and laid out. I've got a table. I've got some baskets. I'm recycling or trashing or donating or selling or keeping it, and gonna have a place for it when I get home. That's the goal. So I am going through things for the first time in forever, in years. I did go through things when my sister Megan was in town 3.5 years ago. I went through things and I got rid of things, but it was probably only like 1 or 2 bins compared to the 8 or 9 that I have of things I need to go through. So I'm just going through things little by little, years and years and years worth of clutter that I've kept, and I'm tired of keeping, and I'm focusing on it. And by focusing on it, it distracts me from my relationship issues. It helps me minimize the relationship issues enough to get through the holidays, right? And see, here's the thing. I've got such a dependent personality, codependent personality, that I need my husband's approval, I need my husband's blessing, So if I did tell him about it and he disapproved, I wouldn't have the motivation to get this stuff done, because I'd feel like I was disappointing him or not doing it the way he wants me to do it, or then I'd feel like my efforts are worth nothing because it's not my idea, it's his idea. That is my issue. That's my issue. That's my problem. So I'd rather not tell him and just be proud of myself in my own self without depending on him or anybody else to lift me up or make me feel good about it. So that's where I'm at, folks. I'll talk to you all later. Oh, and by the way, my hair looks like this because I wore it back all day yesterday under a bandana. So yeah, it's not down yet, but does it look okay? Hopefully. All right, bye-bye.
Several days later.
Happy December 14th. I am driving to work with my 2 different mittens on. I was at the storage unit right now. Today I want to talk about organization, my tendency to hoard and let go. I think it's an important topic that also kind of describes the mystery that is Crystal. I have boxes and bins full of stuff I've collected over the years. And when I say stuff, I'm talking about pictures and cards and papers and business cards and doodles and pieces, jewelry pieces, keychain pieces, name tags, tickets. I've got so much stuff. And it's all accumulating to the point where I have to do something about this stuff. And then you've got my craft stuff. I've got stickers and card making supplies and stamps and inks and markers and embellishments and brads and beads. And I mean, I've got all kinds of things, and I don't have an organized fashion to store it all. And I want that so badly, and I just can't figure out how to get there. So I'm taking Monday off of work. Talked to my boss about it. I'm going to take it as a vacation day. And without my husband knowing, I'm going to figure out this storage unit thing once and for all. I've been working on it almost every morning since December started. So it's been 2 weeks I've been going there before work. I haven't been able to go on weekends, of course, because my husband doesn't know I even have a storage unit. And just to be clear, I'm not paying for this storage unit right now. This is Kira's and Russ's storage unit, my neighbors, that they let me borrow. And if I don't get it out by January, I'll have to pay for it. And I really, really, really don't want to pay for it. It's like money I don't need to pay for my junk. But I have this hoarding thing, this memory hoarding. This every little thing holds a memory for me, and I can't bring myself to let it go. I can't bring myself to throw something away that's perfectly good to be used. And I want to either sell it to someone or give it away or throw it in a donation box, or oh, the donation people are just going to throw it away, so I should give it to someone that's going to use it. If I'm going to give it to someone that's going to use it, I might as well make $1. I mean, my brain goes crazy when I think of little things I'm picking up that I am ready to let go of, but I can't seem to fully let go of it without that thing holding me back. One idea I had was I've been separating things into different bins, like little bins, and also different folders, like if it's papers. And if I had like a plastic drawer system, right, for all of these little spaces that I'm already organizing into, then it would be in an organized fashion, and I'd be able to get to it, and then maybe I can do something with it, and then maybe I can eventually whittle it down. Because what am I going to do with all these little things? I'm thinking I need to put them in a book, or I need to display them somehow, or I don't know why I'm holding on to it. I don't know what my purpose is for holding on to it. I just can't bring myself to get rid of things. I have been getting rid of things. I donated 2 large boxes full of picture frames that I've been hoarding, thinking I was going to make Christmas gifts with them. I'd like to give photo gifts to people, and they were perfectly good Christmas gift frames I could have gifted, but I don't have the space to put them. I don't know who I'm going to give them to right now. I don't have the photographs to put into them, and it kills me. Even now, I have regret of donating them, but I donated all those picture frames, and I still got more I got to get rid of that I really shouldn't be hoarding onto anymore. I'm just having a little bit of an issue wrapping my head around letting go of stuff. So, maybe I will keep you informed on how that goes if you are struggling with the same thing. If you are my children, then I already know that you probably are struggling. Look at that. Isn't that cool? My son drew that. I think that's awesome. He wants me to make a copy of it today. It's like a robot wolf. Alright, talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.
Thousands of tears later.
Good morning. So I just got done watching those videos, the old footage, and I'm not sure what you think about them, but I thought it was a good thing for me to look back on and reflect the feelings and thoughts and stuff that was coming up for me back in 2017. It serves as a reminder of how far I've come, because I'm not sure if you could tell, but in the first video, I was feeling ashamed of obsessing about my husband or my relationship. And I was trying to stay away from the topic and doing my best to focus on my stuff. And it was before the realization that my stuff and my relationship were closely related, because I had a tendency to hoard. I have a tendency to let things accumulate or collect every little item, not wanting to throw anything away. Basically, whether it serves me or not, I'm afraid to let go. Even if it's hurting my mental health, even if it's cluttering my home, even if it's damaging my self-esteem and my self-worth, I have a tendency to hold on tighter and not let things go, not even let an argument go, or I just have a hard time, and I don't know if I knew what that was about back then, because in 2017 I was just starting regular therapy. Once I committed to regular therapy, once I committed to getting out of my own way and trying to figure out what is it about my hoarding and what is it about my relationship, once I started to realize that they're all related. I'm depressed about something, and I have a tendency to hold on tighter and not go through the transformation or the change or the acceptance of letting go, So anyways, just looking back on those videos, I could see where the first one I didn't want to talk about it at all, and then the second one I was talking a little bit more about how I felt about everything. I just found it all so very telling, so very interesting, that I can look back at these and see how far I've come. And I hope I can look back, like even at this video, and say, wow, Crystal, you've come a long way, but I'm still just as weird as ever, aren't I? Anyways, I know this has been long enough. Thank you so much for enduring. Thank you for letting me share my thoughts afterwards. And if you stayed till the end, please drop a comment below letting me know how you relate to these videos, this old footage, and let me know where you're at currently. Are you trying to move out somewhere? Are you trying to declutter? Tell me how I can support you, even if it's just, I don't know, we can do daily check-ins with each other if you want. Wouldn't that be nice to have a accountability partner through the internet, where I don't have to see your house and you don't have to see my stuff and my clutter, but we can at least hold each other accountable to all this. What are you talking about, Crystal? Everybody sees your clutter. You put it on freaking video. Anyways, I will talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.